of Street Fighter 3. Prepare for battle.
One box could leave you messed up and fractured. Block these uppercuts, they may leave you captured. May the best fighter win and win again. Battle to the top until his life ends. But if his life ends and he starts to decay, may one of his street soldiers avenge things. See you talking to the game, couldn't be talking to me. I got enough to beat and more soldiers to bury. You know it just clicked in and made you realize this game is twice as hard. You see that with your own eyes. You're on the way to choose your type of life cause you gotta. I tell you from now, which fighter will be the hotter. I don't think you want this one, just practice. Just challenge me when you're ready with your tactics. High punch, the spin kicks, watch your back split. I see you in the air when I make you back flip. Get it on down. Select to make your first pick. Get it on down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Get it on down. Choose and pick the best one. Get it on down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get it on down. Select to make your first pick. Get it on down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Get it on down. Choose and pick the best one. Get it on down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get it on down. Select to make your first pick. Get it on down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Get it on down. Choose and pick the best one. Get it on down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get it on down. Select to make your first pick. Get it on down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Get it on down. Choose and pick the best one. Get it on down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yo, one box could leave you messed up and fractured. Block these uppercuts, they may leave you captured. May the best fighter win and win again. Battle to the top until his life ends. But if his life ends and he starts to decay, may one of his street soldiers avenge things. See you talking to the game, couldn't be talking to me. I got enough to beat and more soldiers to bury. You know it just clicked in and made you realize this game is twice as hard. You see that with your own eyes. You're on the way to choose your type of life cause you gotta. I tell you from now, which fighter will be the hotter. I don't think you want this one, just practice. Just challenge me when you're ready with your tactics. High punch, the spin kicks, watch your back split. I see you in the air when I make you back flip. Get it on down. Select to make your first pick. Get it on down.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Gamer Quotient Gaming Academy. It is July 21st, 2026 here in the U.S. in a little jovial town called Bellingham, Washington, where it is pretty hot. The rest of the country's burning up, and we're slowly burning up with it. So anyway, welcome back, students, faculty, travelers, backlog survivors, and every game still trying to find their way home through a sea of unfinished saves, new releases, and games calling for your attention. It's been a couple crazy weeks. It's been a crazy month, actually, for gaming and gaming news. You know, the industry's collapsing, but what is not collapsing is this show, because this show is Gamer Quotient / Gaming Academy, and class is officially back in session. If it's your first time here, welcome. We love to have you here. And if what we're all about here is a show kind of teaching you how to enrich your life through gaming lessons, and so on. So if someone ever told you in the past that gaming was a waste of time, you tell them, hey, Gamer Quotient told me this, and I learned a lot. So go play more video games. All right, tonight's lesson is called, as titled, The Long Way Home. As you know, and you guys may not know, but I saw the Odyssey over the weekend, and it inspired me to do the show today. And we're going to reference it, calling it The Long Way Home. And yes, we're going to take this inspiration from the movie, the idea of the long journey, the trials, the temptations, the storms, the distractions, and the home you're trying to return to. But GQ, what does that have to do with gaming? Well, you're about to find out, because every gamer knows what it feels like to chase that ending, right? We want the credits. We want those trophies. We want that cleared file. We want to play New Game Plus. We want to say, hey, I finished that too. I remember back in the day when I was a kid, I always wanted to brag to my fellow students at school. Hey, I beat that game. I cleared it. And then I knew some friends, I think there's some on the show also, that recorded those endings to prove that they beat those games so they can brag to their friends. So, but sometimes, you know, in life, the real lesson is not found at the ending. Sometimes the real lesson is found in the long road getting there, right? It's about maybe that boss that humbled you, right? That build that failed you, right? The detour that maybe surprised you, like, you know, maybe took a different direction. The game you almost quit, the save file you returned 2 years later. Actually, which is funny because God of War, Dad of War was one of those games for me. It took me literally a year to finish because I didn't get back to it till the next November. the comfort game that reminded you why you started playing in the first place, right? Tonight, we're going to be talking about that specific journey, your journey in gaming. And if you have a journey in gaming you'd like to share, put it in the chat, put it in our Discord. We'd love to hear that from you. Tonight, we'll be revisiting gaming history to Memory Card Chronicles, talking about the games that shaped us and bringing everything back to our core mission here at Gaming Academy, playing with intention. Okay? Because your backlog is not your homework. Your library is not a chain, and your hobby should not feel like a race against the internet. Every gamer has their own Ithaca, a place where they're trying to reach, a feeling they're trying to return to, and a reason they picked up the controller in the first place. So tonight, let me ask you this, chat. What journey are you on? What journey are you specifically on right now? What game deserves your time right now? And are you choosing your path or letting hype steer the ship? So grab your notebooks, ready your controller, raise the mast. We're going on a journey. Tonight, we're going to take the long way home, and class is officially in session. But as you guys know, I don't do this all by myself. Let me introduce you to the faculty, aka the crew of this ship. Let's go ahead and introduce the guys here. All right. Welcome all.
Yeah,
come
that
on,
makes
all
sense.
aboard. You gotta start it off like that.
There we go.
All right, guys. What do you do and what do you do here?
That was a really good Arnold. I didn't even know you were capable of that. Can you do it again? Just so
What do you
everybody
do
else
and what do you do here?
can- Oh, I want to answer it. Somebody fucked up. No. I'm Oliver. Been in the industry for a hot minute. What I do here on the show is I'm the guy that usually knows some weird random ass shit that nobody else knows for some ungodly reason. And no, I'm the one that says the dumb shit. You're like, what do you really do on the show? I know interesting facts, and I will say the most ungodly, uncouth nonsense.
I'm smart and say the stupidest things.
He balances it out, right? He'll say some really intelligent stuff and some random dumb stuff.
Right? I'm the scales, right?
There you
I
go.
maintain the balance of the universe, right?
Bal-
Dumb over
Balanced
here.
as all things
smart
should
over here.
be.
Right, exactly. Now I got to kill half of all the sentient beings in the known universe because it's just like that. I could segue that into Marvel superheroes. Like we could run with that for a while. We won't, but I mean, it's all tangentially related, so we'll take it. Ace, tell the people about yourself.
So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, y'all, if y'all don't know me by now, y'all have probably heard me hollering the last few days at both Sony and Nintendo, but hi.
Ooh, yeah, no, he's been heated.
Oh, yeah. I feel bad for
Blazing
their
Ace
social
Nelson.
media director.
Oh, yeah. But to introduce myself, I'm Blazing Ace Nelson. I am comparatively the industry outsider. I'm the one who, compared to the rest of the panel, actually stands a little bit closer to the consumer side of the counter, largely because the closest I've had to working in the industry is maybe writing one or two bylines in an online magazine. But other than that, I used to run an arcade, and I used to be a frequent customer of that guy over there off to my right.
So
he is the people's champion.
he literally is downplaying himself. Okay, he's tricking himself. He, without saying, no, Ace did in fact actually work for a well-known developer.
Oh, derp. My bad.
He wanted to erase
Don't
that from his memory banks.
Oh my god, we need to take the SSD out of your fucking head because you lost a whole chapter.
Yes, we do need. Look, we do need to take the SSD out because listen, it is too damn hot here in Belgium.
How did you forget?
No, we need to run malware bites on my shit so I can defrag it.
like again, we're not gonna get into who, but it's one of those you can't forget that you worked. You fucking killed me. I was ready to be like, I'm gonna have a serious show. We're gonna talk serious shit, and he said that. Oh my god. Oh, you're the last person on Earth that actually put out a static display. Like we had you're the last CRT on Earth. It said
Oops.
oh my god.
All right, but
Lord
let's
help
clean
me.
this up a little bit though. I am, as I've mentioned in previous shows, and as I will reiterate here, I'm also the Dean of Applied Sciences here at the Gaming Academy. So when it comes to video games, not only do I work with explaining to folks how these games work, but also how they work with you and how both you interact with the game and vice versa. So yeah, as far as mechanics go, I'm your guy. As far as remembering that I used to work, at least as a contractor anyway, for Nintendo, yeah,
Still counts.
that depends on the day.
Still counts.
Pro tip: they're all contractors at this point. Everyone's a contractor.
Brother.
No one actually works at these companies.
Just specific degrees of how attached you are to the company. So
Ain't that the truth? There's no. Look, okay. Here's the truth. There's only actually like 2.5 motherfuckers that actually work on video games professionally, right? Like, oh no, you are employed here, and that's Todd Howard and Shigeru Miyamoto. Everybody else,
Guaranteed.
you're like, that's it. Everybody else is very transient at this point.
Yeah. Questionable.
Oh,
They're
no.
like, do you really work here? Okay. All right. And I am the headmaster of Gaming Academy, and I'd say the glue that brought everybody together here for this wonderful show to be had. We're going on 2 years now, almost 3. So guys, it's fantastic. We're getting there. We're getting there slowly but surely. But yes, I did retail for games. I managed the local game store here. Almost managed to make it $1 million store. Actually, we got really close, right around $800,000 in volume. Not bad for a ma and pa store. That's all I gotta say. Ace was there very frequent, very good customer, and he's I'd say he's like a local legend over there. He's always when I was working. I don't know how he is now. From what I recall. Yeah, and I dabbled a bit. I do play testing for various companies. I'm a play tester now for another company. So it's just one of those things, guys. If you're looking to play test games, keep an eye out for ads, and your chances increase if you apply. Right? Don't feel that like, oh man, they'll never pick me. Oh no, I don't think I can do that. No, you gotta try, because if I can get in, you guys can get in, right? And I have like very little experience in play testing games. So good luck and keep trying, because guys, we got a long way to go to get home. So I guess before we get going, any quick takeaways so far from the week? Anything happened on the week that you want to share with us?
Yeah, I do. Like, you know what? I was just kind of talking about this earlier, where we are now at a point where we spend more time complaining about games than actively playing them or doing anything with them. I mean, in mass, not just the show or anything like that.
Culturally,
Culturally, yes.
yeah.
And it bothers me a great deal. So I want to make it a point to take more time to enjoy games, like just on all fronts. Like if someone did something cool, right, and you're going, man, that's a cool creator, right? Like, I don't agree with everything you're doing, but I really like the games that you make. I like that you're thinking differently, right? Or just if you just played a game and you were just happy and satisfied, point that stuff out to people. So this is me doing my part, and just learning how to get out of the way and let things be is so important. Before my kid was born, and I hope Nick's listening. He couldn't be here tonight, folks, but I hope he's listening, because this is going to be the path he'll be going down too. I had a dream before my kid was born. I was like, man, this is going to be so cool that I'm going to get this opportunity to sit down and play these games and share that experience with him. And so I've been really slowly stockpiling games and hardware just for him. so that he can begin his own kind of journey through the game space. And for basically just most of his life, it just didn't take. It didn't take. And I found that the more that I pushed the issue, the more resistant he was to it until I had this epiphany, right? And I went and got him a NES copy of Super Mario Brothers standalone by itself without Duck Hunt, without World Class Track Meet, did like a week and a half ago.
Which is a more rare copy, by the way.
Yes, yeah, it definitely is. You can get the version with World Class Track Meet, Duck Hunt, and Super Mario Brothers is $5, right? If you just get the standalone Super Mario Brothers, that shit was $20. I was like, that's understandable. I was like, because I mean, everybody had that. They came packed in with the damn console, right?
Mhm.
So
Yep.
it's really easy to get your hands on it. And then I got smart. I was like, why is this not working? How come he's not understanding? How come? And then I realized I was like, my son cares about my opinion so much that he actually gets nervous. Like he's got the classic, I want to make my dad proud, right? And I realized that that was the thing that was getting in his way. So I took the bootleg nest, boom, sat that down. I got a cute, super cute 10-inch TV, not monitor, a TV, and I just boop, I set that up, plugged in that Super Mario, and I walked the hell away. I walked away. My wife was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "No, I'm the problem. So if I want this win, I need to not be there so he'll just explore naturally on his own without putting unnecessary pressure on himself." And I said all that to say this. Watching that kid make it through 1-1 on his own was one of the coolest fucking things I have ever seen in my life. Like, because he got there, and once he just kind of understood the general flow of the button presses, and I'm watching him do the run, and I didn't want to say shit. I was sitting there, I was sweating bullets. I was like, oh, is he going to jump? Is he going to do the damn thing? Hit that flag. And this foolish child said, yeah, we did it. We got to the castle, and now we're going to go to the universe. I said, universe? No, that's what he thinks 1-2 is, because he's black. He sat there in 1-2. I was like, sure. I was like, go ahead, buddy. Run with it. And then, I sat down, I picked up the controller a little bit, and I ran through, and I got a fire flower. He ain't ever seen that, right? And so I'm just chucking fireballs at stuff. And that kid looked at me like I was a fucking wizard. Like, what fresh nonsense is this? Sat the controller down, walked away. Now he's laser focused. He's like, I gotta get the big Mario. I gotta get the flower. I'm watching the video game neurons form in real time. And it is so fucking cool. So now it's opened up this whole new thing. I got Super Mario Brothers Wonder on deck. I said, hey, you be good. We're going to get in here. I'm like, boy, I'm about to hand him the fucking keys to the car and be like, let's go. Like, we got shit to do. like, hurry up, nephew. Like, no, I'm juiced up. I literally have just the game stacked up. And she was like, why? I said, because once I know that he can understand that flow, and he can figure out, wait, the things I'm doing with my hands translates to things happening on the screen, which is a thing, right? We don't think about it now because we've been doing it for so long, but who remembers the herky jerky, right? When you first started playing video games, right? You would be herking and jerking and doing all that, trying to make your body move to accommodate what you want to see on screen. I'm watching that happen and I'm going, this is just universal. This is human condition stuff. Right? And now I'm watching it go away as he's been playing over the past week. So all I'm saying is this. I'm about to have a fucking amazing black video game nerd summer, right? Like hot girl summer out, black video game nerd summer in. Fuck all y'all. Baja Blast. We getting us some. Like, no,
He's
it's
a
great.
Negro video game nerd.
It's about to go down because he's juiced up, and of course, now I just catch him humming. I catch him humming the Super Mario theme, and this is again I prepared for this moment. I got ready for all this. So last night we had a major storm. Like it got a little spooky out there. Okay, right? Like, ooh, shit! Like it knocked out of power for a nice chunk of people in this city, and we were without power for about 6 to 7 hours. Right? It was really weird. But something I did before my son was born saved my ass. You know what that was? I went out and got 6 years ago. I went out and got the itty bitty Game and Watch version of Super Mario Brothers that can be
Nice.
So while we're sitting in the middle of this power outage, I was like, "Hey, brother," and just handed him Game and Watch. He was like, "Oh, bet." So he's sitting there jamming out on Mario, unbothered. Right? He could always get to uh, that technology and get connected to that thing at any given time. So decisions I made literally half a decade ago paid off this week, right? And it's just gonna get better. I'm here for video games because I like video games. I'm not here for people's drama. I'm not here for people's bullshit. I'm not here for your job. Your job is not my problem. My problem is playing games, right? I love that your job allows you to make those games, but it's like, hey, there's nothing I can do. The only way I can support you is to buy something or don't, right? And in this moment, everything is kind of just coalescing in this really cool fucking way that I wish other people could experience. I wish that you could be as happy as I feel watching my son come around to games on his own in a real, authentic way. And tomorrow's about to be fucking lit, y'all. Okay, like I'm gonna go out and get some bootleg cereal. Don't
Bottom shelf.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm about to get the damn bootleg cereal. I'm gonna be like post up. I'm gonna get out the both
Baron
switches.
Chocubite. Not
Right,
the Count Chocula, the Baron Chocubite.
That's crazy.
Now, who's the one saying dumb shit this week?
It's not even Transylvanian. It's just general Romanian. You're like, well, yeah, that's technically. It's not even Bela Lugosi. Oh,
You also
fuck
got
It's Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
Leslie Nielsen and Dracula Dead and Loving
We gonna get the bootleg cereal. We're gonna go back in time. Like, I'm gonna be Doc Brown. He's gonna be Marty McFly, and we're gonna go back to fucking 85. Right? We're gonna go hard on these video games, and I'm here for it. Oh my god! Wow, the bootleg fucking Dracula.
Aaron Chocubite. I love that.
Oh, you're killing me! Oh no! I got the laugh sweats. Shit! Oh,
What about you, Ace? What did you do this week? Any takeaways?
Well, this week I actually, especially like over the course of the weekend, I actually spent a good chunk of time disconnecting. Like over the weekend, I rolled down to Seattle because I had a couple of friends that wanted me over, and plus one of my cousins actually came out to visit. So we were chopping it up. I rolled down to the shore over at Alki Beach, and it was a nice weekend to just get out and enjoy the weather, and again just be offline for a little bit.
Yeah, it's always good. It's always good to disconnect, get away from the internet for a while. That's a good thing for sure.
Yeah, and I mean for the folks that actually followed me on Twitter, I did post a couple of skyscape shots from Alki. It was gorgeous out there that day.
I have noticed that you've gotten into sky photography lately. What's up with that?
More getting back into it recently. It was something I used to do a lot. Well, I want to say, especially during the pre-Gamergate times.
Secretly, he was just playing Boktai.
Before times. That, you know what? I believe you. You made that up, and I believe it. I know you made that up, and I 100% believe it.
But real talk though, like I used to travel a hell of a lot more than I do these days, especially, flying, like going back and forth between Washington and California and Arizona. And more often than not, whenever I was on the plane, I just, I just take shots out the window because I was always just like mesmerized by how the sky looked when you were above the clouds, right? It gave me that same feeling that I got when I first started. Yes, tying it back to video games, ladies and gentlemen, back when I first started playing Skies of Arcadia.
Y'all do
just that sort of feeling of high adventure, exploring the different islands above the clouds and then getting to go within and below the clouds as you're exploring. It was that same kind of feeling that I got as I was boarding the plane for the first time, the 10th time, the 20th time.
Cool. When you get it, so Ace is gonna have an airship. Got it. Check. For sure.
I'll take it.
For sure.
I'll take it. I will be Sid.
I spent 3 hours on Sunday in a movie theater watching Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, and I just well, I'm the type of person where when somebody tells me something sucks, I want to go see it for myself to see if it does suck or not. I don't really believe people. Like, I want to believe it for myself because I believe that everyone's experience is different, right? And it did not disappoint. Oliver and I were toying on the idea on the internet, on Twitter, that it was designed to be like a play, and it's a beautiful play. I think what really resonated with me the most is really just it captured the energy and the spirit of the hero's adventure, right? And because I'm huge on Joseph Campbell, right? And so seeing the Odyssey and like an updated film with one of my favorite directors, I thought he captured every moment of it. Like there was certain portions I was like, oh, this is the part where this is him fighting the gods. Oh, this is him fighting himself. Oh, this is him fighting man. So there was like a lot of that in that when I was watching it. I was really loving.
So if I'm hearing this right, Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey could technically be called the Odyssey New International Version.
I don't even think it needs to be called that. Like why?
Ace. I literally fucking said that to Pete. I'm not even bullshitting you. No, you got it. It's like, oh, it's the yes, that is precisely
it's the NIV.
Word for word. Word for word. That is exactly what I said to Pete. Sure did.
I love it when we share the same brain cell, but it's not even on the same day.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's definitely like
there's a reason why. There's a reason why we shared that same brain cell, because that's the one that was the brain cell that told him that, oh yeah, you worked at fucking Nintendo. We occupied that temporarily. That's what.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
And that was it. Like I said, I just like what Oliver's saying, I ignored the noise because there's a lot of noise out there about this movie, right? Just watch it, go see it for yourself, make your own opinion on it. And if it's right up your alley, it's great. If it's not, then you don't like it. So don't let other people's hate ruin it for you, right?
And
just go get it.
What's super important about what we're saying here, I can take that and can encapsulate it down into an idea that Ace has heard me say, and a lot of the people who now tune in have heard me say for years. Give them a chance to disappoint you first, right? Yeah. Like, don't be fucking Mikey from Life Cereal who just hating everything. It's like, I'm like, you know what? This guy hasn't burned me from the beginning. I think there's only maybe 2 Christopher Nolan movies I don't like, one of which is Inception, right? I'm just like, oh. But just looking at this, I was like, this doesn't seem right. And we can tell you the following. A single screenshot does not capture what Christopher Nolan is doing. And the trailer
truth
literally does not capture what is happening in this movie. It is an untrailerable movie. And then, just looking at it, I was like, all of these actors, I'm like, what's weird here? What's weird? And here's what I picked up, and I was like, no, all of you have theater credits. Oh, you picked theater actors. Oh, this is a damn play. Like, there are whole shots and things that you literally don't do in film. You don't do what they did here. And even the dialogue is with the NIV thing, like A said. It's like, yeah, it's the new way of saying it.
It's when they say, so there's a couple of things going on with that. It's clearly what they mean when they say it's for the modern audience, right? That's why they wrote it that way. So I did read recently that like modern media is written specifically differently, and I'll context it with this. It is in the first time of human history, guys. Human history, chat. Human history, not like 2020. In human history, the next generation is more stupid than the last, right? So with that said, it has to, our culture, our pop, our art has to adapt for that, right? So maybe it's not in your wheelhouse, but there's a reason why they're doing that. They're writing movies and shows in a way where, and I kid you not, read this, said low attention spans and needs to be heard and understood while not looking at the screen. Crazy, right? But hey, it's true. When you're watching a show, you probably have another monitor or you're on your phone while that show's in the background. And so they write these shows now because of that specific habit, right? And it's not across the board just yet, but just know that that's what they're thinking when they're writing these shows now. And that's why the dialogue sounds like that sometimes. So it's just the nature of culture.
What's super interesting is that to really soak in the Odyssey, right? Like Christopher Nolan's Odyssey, you really have to pay attention. Like you actively need to be watching because there's a lot of subtext that happens that isn't coming up in text. And I know we're about ready to move on, but everyone in my house wanted to not like it. And then we're like, this is solid, right? And you're going, oh, this is solid. And we're realizing, oh, this is just a play. This is just a filmed play like Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio in the 90s.
Yeah, dude,
right?
That's where my brain went to when watching that, right? Because if you think about it, they weren't flaming Mercutio back then for his identity, right? Yep. So why now? What's the difference?
Nor
right?
Tybalt.
But then, yeah.
Right?
Oh, is that Tybalt? Tybalt, sorry, yeah. Mercutio was Paul Rudd.
Right, yeah, or no. He was
Mercutio was
Paris.
Yeah, Mercutio, that was John Leguizamo, wasn't it?
Was it?
No, John Leguizamo was Tybalt, Prince of Cats.
Yeah, Mercutio was they casted him as like a Jamaican guy.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I was like, so if nobody, I didn't hear anybody complaining about that. So what's the difference now? But then I was like, oh yeah, it's like a play, and anybody, and this is why I made my quote on Twitter. Even I played John Wilkes Booth in 8th grade, right?
Right.
So yeah, like, no, I do not look like John Wilkes Booth. No, I did not try to kill the president that freed the slaves, right? Like, this is context is important. And I think the final thing I'll say about this is that the context was like or us, like kind of knowing that it was a play was integral to understanding the film. Right. Yep. And at the same time, post movie, I did find out it was based off Emily Wilson's The Odyssey, not necessarily the older version. It's a newer translated version that actually comes from a different perspective. Right. So it's important that we know those things because we have we will have different expectations if we don't. Right. So I think that's just it helped me enjoy the movie more that I knew those things afterwards.
And just final note for the big picture, Christopher Nolan was like, we need to bring this back. People need to know about this. Now people are talking about the Odyssey. People are going out and they're buying the various translations of it. They're buying books. People are actually actively sitting down and reading. So whether you like it or not, he accomplished his goal, which was to get the Odyssey back into the general public mind, right? And I consider that a win, right? If his goal was to get you to talk about the Odyssey. I hate him and the Odyssey. You talking about it though? So it's like, oh, you play right into his hands, you goof ass. Like, and that's it.
Trap card has been activated.
He did. He did the box, the cardboard box, and the fucking stick, and just got him. Like,
Unintentionally too. He was just trying to make a movie, So
he was trying to make a play with weird him.
With that said, man, lead us into our next segment here.
Okay, so it's about that time, kids. We are going into the super duper. This is the super HD remix of of Memory Card Chronicles. In Memory Card Chronicles, the panel will take the class on a trip through an entire week of gaming history. Each day of this current week features a game handpicked by one of the panelists. Together, we revisit 7 days worth of legendary releases, seismic industry shifts, personal stories, and the moments that made gaming history unforgettable.
All right,
so
here we go.
We're going to go straight to the big boss.
That is an audio cue of memory right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
It takes us.
Take you back. All right, let me share my screen here because we're going to go back in time and show you a game that I was like, wow, the box art to this is insane. And where did it go? Oh, there you go.
I'm not box art.
Yeah, you are. You are now.
You're like, you know what? You do look insane, so that's all good.
All right.
No,
let me
I'm
grab
box art Terry Bogard.
Let me grab the box art here.
Wow, did you call yourself bad box art Terry Bogard?
Yes,
Like
I did.
That's the most amazing thing I've ever heard.
Okay, so this guy came out on July 19, 1991, right along with Final Fantasy IV, Star Ocean in 1996, and Final Fantasy X. Clearly, I picked the superior game out of all of these. So,
and I do remember seeing this box in like like around the time when it came out. I do remember going to KB toy stores quite a bit and seeing that box on the shelves.
This guy, we need to find out who the artist is because he's made majority of the Konami box arts, Ninja Turtles, Contra, Gradius, and man, it's like very striking and it's very like unique from what I remember, right? Because this is like, as a kid, I went straight to this box art because it's pretty looking, a lot of color, a lot of personality to it, just like the game. So. Let me pull up some gameplay here for this as well.
I can't believe Ace, you haven't played this?
Actually, no.
Oh no, this is the one.
I haven't played this because around this time I was playing Pocky and Rocky.
Now, okay, so here's what's fucking crazy. I was playing Pocky and Rocky, and this, like, look. This is his game, but I got a story, okay?
Right. Let me give the 5 fun facts that I have for the Legend of Mystical Ninja. Number 1, it's actually part of Konami's Ganbare Goemon series. In Japan, the game is known as Ganbare Goemon. Yukihime Kyuchutsu Imaki. The Mystical Ninja name was the Western localization branding for Goemon. Ace, what other game is Goemon in that you like so much?
Oh yeah, you will find Goemon, aka the gentleman thief Goemon, in Samurai Warriors.
Goemon, I would say, is probably the Japanese version of Robin Hood, right? Kind of like that.
Show up in Persona 5 as well?
Yes, he does.
Oh wow,
he actually
really?
shows up as
I can't remember for who, but yeah.
Oh, like a stand.
Yeah, he's one. He is one of the.
I call it a stand because I don't know anybody.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. It was one of the earliest SNES games to bring Goemon to North America. The game released in Japan in 1991 and came to the US on the Super Nintendo in 1992, giving many Western players their first exposure to Goemon and his buddy Dr. Ebi Sumaru. So that's really I always played the Doctor because he had the funny mustache. It mixes up beat 'em up action with RPG style towns. Unlike a straight side scroller, the game lets you walk around town with an ad to insurance. So and visit shops, play mini games, and buy items, talk to NPCs, and then transition into a more traditional action stage. It also is one of the first couple games on SNES to have 2-player co-op. Player 1 controls Goemon, while player 2 controls Ebisumaru. That made it stand out on the Super Nintendo because it mixed chaotic co-op action with adventure game exploration. And the last one here, it includes classic Konami arcade style mini games. So there is a part in the game where you attend a carnival, like as part of this game, and you can play the mini games that are based off of the Konami games. One of the coolest parts is how the game stuffs in playable mini games, just like Shenmue, including the version of Gradius, which feels like Konami hiding an arcade inside an adventure game. And the last tidbit here is the Legend of Mystical Ninja feels like Konami said, what if a beat 'em up and a comedy anime and a Japanese tourism trip in an arcade cabinet all shared the same cartridge? I thought that was pretty funny.
I mean,
All right.
it fits. Like,
No.
honestly, looking at this, I do want to like I'm seriously thinking I'll probably go back and like find all the Goemon games on Super NES, either cartridges or my preferred method of preservation, aka ZSNES, and just grab these and play them for myself.
Like,
I highly suggest it.
so here's the score, right? If to explain the game super fast, and then my own context for this is that I need you to think of this as being like River City Ransom, right? But
Thank you for using that brain cell that we're sharing.
there we go. Like, it really is. It's basically River City Ransom, but it also has separate regular side-scrolling, like not isometric, just straight side-scrolling sequences as well.
Mm-hmm.
And what's really crazy is like when
River
say
City
carnival-
Ransom with the like back and forth between stages, very reminiscent of Blaster Master.
Yes, like that in that kind of structure. But then add on top of it, I mean, you do have a time limit, right? But then when you think about the depth of the mini games, I need you to think about that shit like it's Yakuza. Like, oh, you guys really committed to this mini game. There's an actual full. Yes, it's fucking nuts, and this game will beat your ass.
Oh yeah, it was
Never
not.
beaten it.
It was not easy from what I remember.
It was at the tail end of the "We Still Hate Them Kids"
Yeah.
video games. But it's an amazing game. In fact, right here in the video, you're gonna see it. Like, well, right here. So you don't have access to the mini games, right, in this first stage, because that's what we're literally looking at. So my experience of playing it, going in that shrine right there, that's going to take him to the side-scrolling section and the boss. Can you fast forward a little bit to show him? See, now we're in the side-scrolling part
It's
of
flat.
the stage.
Yeah.
And we're going to do stuff. Meanwhile, you power up just like River City and all that other stuff. So here's the context for my life and time of playing this and Pocky and Rocky at the exact same time, right? So I was about 14 years old, right? I had just got done having a horrific accident. People are going to go, holy shit. I severed a tendon in my right hand at this time. I just had an accident with a knife in the kitchen, right? And this pinky completely that pinky didn't move. I was like, hey. Like, how you doing? That motherfucker wasn't moving. So after I went and had this,
so you were waving high fancy like.
I'm saying I was Dr. Evil before Mike Myers conceived of that shit. I could just put it up and it was no fucking thing. But bear in mind, I'm in middle school at this point. I go and have this crazy reconstructive surgery and they rebuild like my tendon. They have to literally splay my hand open, completely fold it open, rebuild it, and then close it back up. I still have a massive surgical scar from that. But within a week after all that, I had a massive cast that went all the way up. You're like, for your pinky? Yeah. I had to wear a cast all the way up to here. And I got to go have a sleepover at my best friend's house, right? And everyone was really concerned, but he was like, I will watch out for him. Like, I had to be woken up at certain times in the night and all that. And that was my first time getting to see The Adventures of Pocky and Rocky and seeing a Super Scope 6 and playing Mario Mario Paint for the first time. So I saw a lot of shit that weekend. It was awesome. And this has just been the one that has gotten the fuck away from me because I'm like, no, I'm a grown ass man. I can do whatever I want. I ain't gonna let my ass get beat by that game. But now I'm like, I gotta do it. I gotta get back on it because the stages are so different. They're so unique. This is a game that 100% needs to kind of get the Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom and um,
Oh
Jesus,
yeah,
uh, the Windfish one. You know what I'm talking about.
Wind
Link's
Waker.
Awakening. Yeah, it needs that style of treatment, right? Where it's like, oh, okay, having the goofy, the kind of goofy clay characters and all that stuff.
The
Also,
amiibos. I call them the amiibos.
that's true. Yeah, no, they're just
Yeah.
fucking amoeba. They're like, what
Yep.
if they were just running around? No, and also, so as you can see there on the screen, Ace, both players are doing things completely separately, right? In these mini games, like trying to raise money and make all this stuff work. Also, wasn't the doctor a big old panty perv?
Yeah, he wore like the panties on his like you see his like little mugshot on the upper
Mhm.
right. He's wearing the panties on his head, and his nose is actually tied where the panties meet. Like that's where.
To the best of my knowledge, that's not the case. That's a classic type of ninja mask.
It is, but I think I do remember that. But like he was a character, and I think that's why I picked him
Yeah, he was on
more
some
over than
bullshit.
Goemon. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's just a burglar mask.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it is a makeshift. Like it's some real. You just pulled that one out of your ass type of mask. I don't know
Jago's
why.
nose built around Haposai. That's right.
Yep.
Yep.
Now I remember Haposai in Ramna acting a
Uh-huh.
damn fool. I know about Ramna one half. Come
That's
on,
right.
I watched that shit in the same time period. I was watching that nonsense. Japan was infecting our minds. They
Yep.
normalized some weird shit. And we're like, yeah, no,
Plant some seeds in the future.
but all everything you're seeing here, all these mini games, it's like you doing carnival shit.
Yeah.
You need to do all of it. Your ass is always broke. You're always
Yeah.
broke,
That's true.
and
You're always
someone's always
grinding
trying to beat
coins.
you.
Yeah.
Right? And then you go
That's
to the
so
damn
true.
fast food shop,
Yeah.
right? You're over here like, let me get a piece of pizza, man. I'm out here. It's harder in these streets
This is
beating
a-
people with yo-yos. It's a great game.
And
It's
then
it's,
I
it's one
think
of the all-time great.
I think Abisumaru had a pipe instead of a
Yeah,
yo-yo.
that's
Yeah.
correct.
That
He
was
would.
his.
See, that's the problem. You're literally beating motherfuckers to death with an opium pipe.
Yep.
Like in Fatal Fury, Ace knows. Ace knows. It's like, yo, is that dude smoking opium? Yes. Yes, they are.
Yes, he was.
Terrific. Terrific game. Everyone should play it. Go find it if you haven't ever seen it.
All right.
Who's next?
Yeah. Highly recommend. Oliver, it's you with a throwback.
So, again, more fun stories. Right? Like, this is just a really good memory card
Here
chronicles
we
this
go.
week. So, again, it gets deep, it's tight, it's personal, right? Bionic Commando is one of my favorite games of all time. It's a Capcom game. Full disclosure, I'm in the Capcom Creators Program, right? Every now and again, they give me games a little ahead of time, right? And I stream them and do all that other stuff, but that's the extent of my connection with them and showcasing their products and talking about that. That said, I've loved this game ever since I was a teeny tiny little boy. And it's so damn different. It's a ball buster. Don't get it twisted. Remember, we're in the we hate children phase of the, of the industry, and Bionic Commando for the NES is no exception to that rule. Right? Just like Little Nemo is not an exception to that rule. You're like, oh, I'll play the cute game, but I'll go to sleep. Them animals will tear you up, man. Right? There's not enough peppermint candy to save your life. That said, the most unique mechanic of Bionic Commando, like literally subverting the trope of 2D games in this time period, is Rad Spencer can't jump. He cannot. This motherfucker is grounded to the earth, okay? He's the most grounded person anyone ever know. He can't jump, but you can use that arm to manipulate yourself around the environment. And so this was a really formative game for me because it forces you to think differently. Whereas if you were playing Super Mario Brothers and you see a pit, you jump over the pit, but you're going to see right here, you got to do shit like that just to get over the tiniest of spaces. So you learn how to judge spacing differently based on not what you want him to do, but what he can do. And it's just a wonderful game. It has some of the best music you're ever going to hear on the NES,
Mm-hmm.
and it slaps. Now, going forward in time from this point in 1988, um, there was a little bit of a Capcom revival that was happening, and Grin, who no longer exists, did a proper sequel to this game, right? With Bionic Commando, just 2009, right? This did not go over well with people because it basically doesn't play like this at all, right? It's a different kind of game, but yeah, you get to slap people with the bionic arm and all that good stuff. But Grin did something really smart, something just stupendously smart to promote the new big 3D open world Bionic Commando 2009. They did a full remake of this Bionic Commando called Bionic Commando Rearmed, and they even did a direct follow-up sequel in Rearmed 2. But we'll get into that Rearmed 2 problem here in a minute. That said, here's my personal story on it. Again, my kid is, and video games is everything. My 5-year-old can play the entire theme from Bionic Commando on piano. Pretty much
Can
flawless.
confirm.
Can confirm. People have watched it happen on stream. He can play the music from Bionic Commando. It's some of the most beautiful shit I've ever heard.
The first ever piano recital I had ever attended where Biocom was the subject.
And in a couple episodes back, we talked about Commando. This game right here, Bionic Commando, is the direct sequel to Capcom's vertical scrolling shooter Commando. That's who Rad Spencer is here to rescue. He's here to rescue Super Joe. Because Super Joe from Commando was sent in here to deal with this problem, and they have lost communications with him. And so this homie shows up. That's really a score.
He's Plan B.
Yep. He is, in fact, Plan B. Yeah. And now that it's been like 17 fucking years, they're like, oh, spoilers, bro. Look, if you didn't play the game from 20 years ago, I don't think you're going to play it now.
Statute limitations.
Exactly. It's like, we got to have a cutoff on this. Eventually, in Bionic Commando 2009, Super Joe becomes the villain. So it's like, enough. Oof. He did, in fact, live long enough to see himself become the villain. But I have so many great memories of playing this game with my brother and sorting that out and getting our asses beat and trying to navigate the map. And then I jump forward in time and I'm playing through Bionic Commando and playing Rearmed. You know, when my brother had his heart surgery, he was able to play Bionic Commando Rearmed on Steam while he was in recovery, right? Like that, they're like, what? It's like, yeah, there was a lot of crazy shit. Bionic Commando has deep personal relevance for me and my family. And I'm going to be so happy to sit him down in front of it and go get your ass kicked, kid. Dad, help. I won't.
You'll learn today.
You have to suffer. You will put some fire on your shit. Please help me. No.
Also, wasn't Bionic Commando like one of the first few games that had like the non-linear gameplay?
Yeah, it was really weird because you can tackle stages basically more or less however you want.
Like
right? You can do some, or you can do all of them, or you can just not. Like,
yeah, go here first, or you can't go here until you get this upgrade, right? Kind of like that.
But people will also tell you there's a really important detail. I'm sure you can find it if you just pull up the screenshot while I'm talking about it. This is a game that people definitely cite in regards to censorship. They are not shy about the fact that these are Nazis, right? Like if you just go and, in fact, you just need to see the opening title cards, right? And they had to do it for localization purposes.
Yeah.
That's Mussolini right there.
And if you go look at the Japanese version, like
Oh, really? I can only imagine what that was.
Yeah, no, they're fucking Nazis. So that's a big localization change. And two, other big thing, see if you can find just Bionic Commando NES ending. It may be the first time players had experienced true gore in a video game. It's actually nuts. Like you're like, oh no, that man is fucking dead. Like his head is blown up. Like it's like, oh, you blew up Hitler's head. Okay, thank you. Now I'm traumatized. I didn't need it. Capcom was on some different shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
and the
base mission.
and this last part right here is straight up a Metroid Escape.
Oh yeah.
That Ryu Hayabusa looking dude.
Yeah, that's Red Spencer. What happened to Captain?
Oh, it's gonna blew out. Okay, helicopter. Where is it? Which portion is it at?
No, in the actual final fight.
Oh, in the final fight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think so. It's before this.
That place got blown up.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like that's way more impressive than Contra's ending.
They said, fuck that Earth.
Oh, is it this one?
Yeah, should be it. Yep.
Fighting a whole ass ship though.
You're definitely not fighting something that is, I assure you, not Mother Brain.
Is this it right here?
Mm-hmm.
Legally distinct anti-cortex.
Shut up. You said anti-cortex. Oh, she's the worst sister of all time. Oh, she's awful. Every time.
Oh, there he is.
Oh
Okay.
God, that was it. Good Lord! You
I told
detonated
you.
You just detonated Hitler's head.
He had it coming.
But
still.
no, like the fact that stayed in, but they won't call them Nazis. It was a weird thing. I'm like, no, like
Ooh.
seriously, this is the first time some kids are gonna see some gore. It's like, yo, his eyeball. Like, why is his eyeball, Mom? Mom, help! So no, it's a great game. You're like,
All right.
great fucking game. It's a 10 out of 10. Moving on.
Ace 21st.
So this week for the MCC, I'm doing something a little different to help add a little bit of meat to the proceedings. So,
Double impact.
Exactly. We're doing double headers for my entries, and it's when you hear about these, you'll understand. So July 21st, today actually is the 21st anniversary of the Sengoku Basara series. Now, okay, I'm pretty sure it is, to absolutely zero persons surprised that is watching or listening to this. I'm all about the three food groups: Max, Muscle, and Muso. And with Sengoku Basara, this is, this was what I would classify as my first experience with Battlefield action games outside of what was already presented with Koei Tecmo.
Wait a minute. Why did I see GQAzndood?
I'm in the game.
Wait a minute.
So yes,
Commentary. What a character. Oh, I like the lady named Action.
but what?
There's a
But
guy
the
named Coolest? No, I'm sorry. Go on.
Hold on.
This is very 2013 of me.
Yes, it is. But what the Sengoku Basara games and anime, as you can see here, have done is taken the classic Battlefield action formula set up by Koei Tecmo and literally just took all the main characters, all the main generals, and made them into superheroic caricatures of themselves. And in classic Capcom fashion, the action just goes completely off the wall. It's like everything from the character designs to their attacks to even the interplay between the characters is ramped up to 11. Now, taking a look at just taking a look at this footage from the first game in the series here on the screen, I mean, you can already see it. Like, the snowfield stage in this compared to, like, winter stages like the Battle at Okahazuma and Samurai Warriors, there's a lot more, there's a lot more color. It's a lot more vibrant. And then, you've got characters like Kenshin here, who in the Koei Tecmo games, he's more of a stoic character. He's a monk.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely a Muso for sure.
Right.
I can see it. I can see it. Because it this really looks to me. I've never played these, so this just eyeballing it, this really looks like Ken's Rage to me. Like, just looking at how the map is structured.
Yeah.
And what system is this? Is this PS2?
This is PS2.
Okay. That's why there's 4 guys on screen at any given time. That's what we can handle. We have 32 megabytes of RAM. Please be patient with me. I'm stupid.
No shadows with each character.
Mm-hmm. But that's actually really impressive. Like, yeah, because what's the release date on this?
2005.
2005. Yeah, that tracks. Because my stupid ass is looking at the snow, and I'm going, no, like, I'm almost certain this is built on the same engine as Monster Hunter would be, because now, like they started getting really good with snow with the portable games.
Now, here's the unfortunate part. This game did release in the States.
Oh no.
It released in the States.
Don't say it.
Localized. Cover your ears, GQ.
No.
It released in the States localized as Devil Kings.
Not the same game.
Really?
That's all I gotta say.
Like, basically, in order to try and capitalize on the popularity of Devil May Cry, what's the nicest
Megamind.
Some Megamind.
Galaxy Brain. Like,
some legally distinct Megamind decided that they wanted to try and push this game in the West, and with the localization, the names of the characters were changed. A lot of the designs for, like, the enemies in the different stages were changed, and suffice it to say, it bombed. And not a single game in the series had released since then until the PS3 with Sengoku Basara Samurai Heroes.
Yeah, we weren't in an era yet where we were ready to like just accept Eastern games as they were. We always had to like Westernize them in a way, right? So I'm kind of glad we're kind of out of that, because that was so annoying. Like, Scorpio, get out of here, Scorpio, Red Minotaur, bro. What is it? What is this game, bro?
They literally forced this game to have the Spirits Within problem. Because in trying to marry this to Devil May Cry, they completely stripped the identity of the game itself.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. Like, it's trying to do too much.
Yeah. It's just one of those, like, let's make another Iron Man show because Iron Man's popular, but it's not really Iron Man, right? It's not going to hit very well.
It's like, let's try to make Iron Man, so they come out with Titanium Tommy.
Or Copper Cooper.
This is the bootleg episode. We just keep going with the discount knockoff of everything.
You know, speaking of discounts, but it's definitely definitely not bootleg. Tell us about this game. This gem.
Let's turn it around here real quick. So for the 2 in the 1-2 punch for July 21, today is also the 10th anniversary of Death Road to Canada. Now, everybody else at this point, let's see, 2016. What was I playing in July of 2016?
A lot of shit happened in 2016.
Well, if I remember right,
year of video games.
January of 2016. That was when Monster Hunter World dropped, right?
No, no, you're way off.
No,
You're 2 years off. That was January.
2018. Definitely 2018.
You. No, but there was a lot of big releases, and in this time frame of 2016. So we had Darkest Dungeon had its console release. Fury came out. Enter the Gungeon came out.
Oh right. No, see, here's where I thought it was 16, because 16 was a lot of Oliver games that kind of got me, pulled into his orbit.
Yep. He was like, "Hey, what you doing over there?" "Oh no, I'm trapped."
Oh, and wait, 16 was also the year that you sent me that Steam machine, right?
I think so.
There we go. That did it, because that was the year where I was also playing, Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor, and stacking up bodies on that. But Death Road to Canada, from what I saw of the game, was just it was really interesting, watching people play it, and just the kind of format that this game has. My first analog to compare it was it was like a zombie themed Oregon Trail. So I just kind of nicknamed it the Oregon Trail, even though there already is a game named that is literally Zombie Oregon Trail. But I was watching this, and honestly, I can say this is one of the few positive memories that I have of that stretch between 2015 and 2022, but we don't need to go into the background of that. But one of the games that I remember having very fond memories of, at the very least, watching someone play, was this. Because one of the things that I saw in this game was a character that actually, was granted a specialty. I think it was like kill food. So you could actually go hands up with the zombies. And I was just like, oh, I might need to get on this at some point. And folks, if you're keeping an eye on this space over the next couple of weeks, you will see me go hands up on this, because episode 2 of PHG is going to be that goofball and myself, namely with me on the stick, tackling Death Road to Canada.
And Chad, if you want to be in the game as an NPC, submit your character. We'll put you in there.
You know what? That's actually a great idea. Yeah, we'll do that, because there are actual modes where we can just take those people and they show up as the randomized people that come along for the trip.
Yeah.
No, you totally do that. This was a great year. This is another one of those games gonna beat your ass. Like, it's gonna light you up. Like everything Ace said was like it's got that same Oregon Trail vibe going to it. Like, there's just events, and let's put it this way: I beat the game one time when it came out on console. So the console release is going to come 2 years after this, in 18. I beat the game one time in 2018. I couldn't touch it from that point forward. I just could not survive runs. And then I just started playing again about a month and a half ago, getting ready for that episode, and now I'm just winning runs back to back because of exactly what Ace said. No, I start with a fucking brawler, and I come in there and I literally punch and throw zombies into other ones. And my wife is a doctor, and it just gets funny. Like, the fact that I haven't been banished to the couch over shit that Digital Oliver is doing. because he just says shit. She's like, "Hey, maybe you should cool down." He's like, "Maybe you should shut up."
Damn.
I'm like, "Dog, you were gonna get me in trouble. I'm trying to get laid some point
He's
in this
he's
decade,
spending
and
all
you're
your
not helping."
trouble credit.
Yeah, he's spending it for me. I'm like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, man?"
Oh, and what makes this even funnier is that this game is still getting updated. This game is still getting post-launch support for free 10 years on.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like in fact, I just checked the version history on the PlayStation build of it, and it's like maybe one patch behind. So they are still
Okay.
supporting it. And one of the just an interesting quick see, this is me doing my job. Weird little factoids. A lot of the time that they bring in modders to actually be a part of the team just because like they really come up with crazy shit, and it's a very moddable
That's
game.
good
It turns
shit.
out. Yeah, and like the credits for those people are inside, are literally physically contained within the game as characters. Going, hey, here's what they added, and here's what update they added, and it's like, oh, that's really cool, right? Most important thing about Death Road to Canada is it knows it's stupid.
Yeah.
It knows it's dumb as shit, and so it gets very, very, very funny very quick if you just relax into it and go, you know what, fuck it, let's have fun. Like, I mean, come on. There's a Robo Mountie. There's literally a mecha Mountie that's like 12 feet tall, and
That's
he just walks
amazing.
around saying "a" and murdering
That is
everything.
amazing.
You're like, oh, okay, we're in the stupid place, right? We're not in the good place like the show. We're in this stupid place. Oh, all right, and you just go along with it. You're like, whatever. It's a great game. What's funny though is for the doubleheader, actually, you got the day off on that one. The release date for PC is actually the next day, not today that you have here. But no, it's actually the next one. I don't know why, but no, I was like, oh, it's like, wait, are there two games this day? No, they're not. No, they're not. But no, we're gonna have a lot of fun dissecting Death Road to Canada for
And
philosophy of
watching him
game
struggle.
and watching him struggle, because at the end of
I'm
the
going
day,
to.
it's for many of us, Oregon Trail is pretty much our first exposure to the concept of a rogue like or a rogue light, right? And Death Road to Canada is no exception to that, right? And
Chat,
so getting into that is the magic.
I know Oliver knows, but does the chat know the difference between roguelike and roguelite?
Bingo.
So put it in the chat while we're moving to this game I've never heard of because it's dead, according to Oliver. And I'm actually really curious what you know about this game because I was like, this game's real when I saw this. And I want to learn more.
So, Castlevania Puzzle Encore of the Night. This I took the time to add this game to the list for this day because this is exactly what we're talking about when we're talking about game preservation. It does not matter when they go, oh, but it's on my account, I'll have it forever. Bullshit, right? You cannot download this game. This is a complete retooling
What?
of Castlevania Symphony of the Night as a fucking Puyo Puyo game, and it works.
It's so good.
Symphony of the Puzzle Fighter? Sign me the fuck up!
Yes, this came out in 2010. I had it. You can't get it, right?
No!
The only way to get it is by unscrupulous means, which is the whole point that people are making. The whole point that they're making. Why Konami pulled this shit,
Well,
I don't know.
Har fiddly D, you are a pirate, motherfucker. Give me.
It's literally what you see. It's like, nope, you just travel from room to room and get into puzzle fights, and
It's amazing.
so it's a dead game that is now lost to history. Like, we're all going, wait, what? It's like, why? And it continues to boggle the brain further. Right? It's like, oh, okay, look, you see the Facebook Connect there? You could hook shit up like that. You could just do straight arcade, like Puzzle Fighter, right? But story, you actually traverse the castle, just like it were Satan. Like,
you could be Shaft?
Yeah, Shaft, you could be Death. You'd be the fucking succubus.
But once like iOS versions, change,
tell me more.
it's like, oh, this isn't compatible with this version of iOS, and Konami was just like, fuck it, we don't care, and just kind of walked away from it. That's basically what happened.
That
But then
hurts.
herein lies the question. Why the fuck aren't you re-releasing this on the Switch? Why aren't you putting this out on PC, right? On Steam. People got Steam Decks. There are plenty of ways to play it. It's not like you're going to have to do a ton of work, but it's right here. And it's fucking rad. It's as rad as you think it is, right? Like it's clean.
It's pretty cool.
It's dope.
I mean,
Like,
it's columns with fucking Castlevania. It's great.
Yeah. Like, you got super moves that works, you're finding equipment, you're doing everything. They just somehow managed to fold all these mechanics together, and they really do work. See, look, he's busting Death's ass right now.
I feel like with games like this, it's either maybe the guard has changed so much that they probably don't even know this is in their vault, right? Or they're just like, it's not enough. I don't know. It's Castlevania hot right now. Should we bring out this dead game? It died for a reason. So it's more red tape, right? So just more 14 layers of management they got to go through.
Of course, I'm not sure the video is showing it really well, but they actually drew brand new sprites for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
I can tell it's cleaner. Alucard looks definitely sharper than his PlayStation version.
Mhm.
So they did something here. They cooked with it, and I feel so lucky and fortunate to have played it when I did.
That upsets me. I don't want to see it.
Like, remove it from my sight. Woe is me.
That upsets me because it's like the Game Boy Advance games, the DS games were perfect for Castlevania search action games, right? This is a handheld game, like 100%, and it's like, bro, why do you not have this? This is like an easy
Money
sale.
being left on the table.
Yeah. So it's probably trapped under a pile of paperwork. They probably have to give EGA something or whoever some kind of like royalties. They don't want to do that out of spite. I don't want to hear it. It makes me
right. You're like, I don't want to hear all that bullshit. So
Yeah.
I'm certain there's a way to play it streaming. I'm sure somebody figured out. Especially now, think about how far back in time this is. Like the amount of work people would have to do to make it playable with a controller, for example. iOS didn't really have a lot of controller support to the extent it does now back in 2010, right? I mean, more often than not, you were either going to play this on your fucking iPhone 4, right? Or on an iPod.
And also, I think like tablets were like on the rise at that time, right? Like they were really popping off during 2010
When did
era.
the first iPad come out?
I'm not too sure. All right. While you're looking that up, by the way,
yeah, right. You're exactly correct. Same year.
by the way, if you guys have a copy of Legend of the Mystical Ninja with a box and a manual, it is $210.
Damn!
Value.
my.
If you just have the cartridge, $60. If you have it sealed for some reason because you're a psychopath, $620.
Oh, oh! I keep telling people, buy your games physical. Buy your games physical. They're gonna mean something.
Yeah,
in a very
It's
short period of time.
crazy. Yeah, it's
Do it, you cowards.
one of the things that my dad left me as far as like a life lesson was I remember when I was like 12, he was like, "Oh, you like collecting video games?" Because I always say that I almost said tuition, but my allowance money. He goes, "You should buy two. Keep one sealed and open the other one." And I was like, "Dad, you're the one that gives me the money. I can't do that with what you're giving me."
You know what? That's a good point.
I just remember
Why
doing that.
two?
I was like,
You didn't give me money for two.
yeah, you give me. You're the one that gives me the money to buy this.
You
It's
go.
like, so
Then-
funny.
After
then
his second
save
allowance.
longer.
All right, number three.
But-
Here, I'll go ahead if you're gonna say something.
Oh, I was saying no. You're absolutely right because I'm doing that myself really consistently. Like even today, like I played Cuphead when it first came out on Steam, and then I think I have it on console. I'm not 100% sure on the PS5. I know I have it on PS4, still sealed, because my wife got it for me as a birthday gift with the DLC, right?
Yep.
And I literally just bought it for the Switch today, right? So I got backups on my backups. Redundancy is king, right? And you gotta stay on top of that stuff, you guys. Like, don't think about today. Think about just 5, 6 years from now when we're on to the next thing. Someone somewhere is going to be interested in that specific thing.
Yeah,
People
and
love looking back into history and
if
let's
it's
see
if
what
not,
the fuck that guys do
I'd
this.
say if not for you, think about like if you I just want to get rid of this stuff. If you bought it for $20, that shit's gonna be like $2,000. You
Right?
know, when you want to get rid of that, so you just like what 100x your investment. So just think about that, guys. Like this is why when I say I think when I first made the show, I literally said to Nick, I go, you should invest in your hobbies. You should definitely like give something back to yourself and make sure that the thing that you're spending the most of your time with is giving it back to you. Right. This is why we push physical here at Gaming Academy. So
Absolutely. Man,
all
you
right.
got a stack of games for this day, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. There's
A lot going on the 23rd. All right, show us.
All right. So this one here is actually something I just beat last year because I didn't know it existed. And I was very curious when I heard about this game. Now,
Last year?
yeah, I beat it last year. It came out in 2020, by the way, on July 23rd. Other notable games came out on the 23rd. I'll let you guys know because there's a lot of ninjas on this one. Shinobi 3, Return of the Ninja Master came out in 1993. Max Payne, PC, 2001. Sengoku Basara 4, Sumuragi, PS3, PS4 in 2015. And I decided to pick Carrion. It was the most freshest one in my head. And very unique. And I feel like Oliver, I like your commentary on games like this. So as I'm showing you guys the gameplay as it starts, let me read you guys 5 fun facts about Carrion. So this is what they call a reverse horror game. Instead of running from the monster, you are the monster. An amorphous creature stalking, consuming, and escaping from the humans who imprisoned it, as you can see on the screen.
Oh,
Number
God,
2. Go ahead.
It's like they took that episode of Ed, Edd and Eddy and ran with it.
It's pretty gruesome. I actually rather enjoyed it because it was so different. It was developed by a Polish studio. Carrion was made by Phobia Game Studio and published by Devolver Digital, which is the very Devolver style pairing: weird, bloody, stylish, and instantly memorable. Matter of fact, it blew my mind when I realized this game is just Katamari with extra steps. So,
Yeah.
the creature gets stronger by eating people, devouring humans, not just for horror flavor. It helps the creature grow, gain access to new abilities, and turning game into a mix of horror, action, and puzzles in a Metroidvania style progression. Number 4, the game flips the power fantasy of horror. This is why I said it was kind of different. Most horror games make you vulnerable. Carrion makes you the thing that everyone else is terrified of. The fantasy is basically, what if the monster in the lab escaped the movie and it was a playable character? And that's kind of like the true experience of this game. You are the bad guy. And the last one fact here, it launched into the Game Pass era. So Carrion released in July 2020 for platform, including PC, Xbox One, and Switch. And its Xbox launch timing lined up with the Game Pass visibility, helping it stand out as a unique indie horror title. Carrion is what happens when the final boss gets tired of waiting in the last room and decides to start the game early. So, yeah.
So-
have any of you guys played Carrion?
Totally did. Totally
Okay,
did.
cool.
It's super fun to plat for those who love that or getting all the trophies or achievements. It's
Yeah.
really easy to do so.
Hey, you just played the game, I think.
Let me pull a throwback, right? Let me throw it all the way back. Let's jump in the DeLorean. The first thing that it reminded me of is a little game that came out on the Genesis called The Ooze, where it is in principle the same thing, where you are the monster and you're navigating a puzzle-filled environment.
No.
The Ooze is top down, right? And the Ooze is kind of based on that classic
This is great.
sci-fi monster kind of stuff. Like, oh no, you were covered in toxic waste, and now you're just a rolling puddle of shit, and you've got separate. You can control separate parts of yourself and all that. But except in the ooze, it's a man, and he's trying to in fact do the same thing that's happening here in Carrion. You're trying to recover your genetic code so that you can reconstitute properly, right? And that's kind of how that works. Now, again, I've got weird random ass facts about shit like this. So the ooze was worked on, but I happened to I was friends for a very long time with the lead artist on the ooze, who is also the lead artist on Comic Zone.
Oh,
Like,
sweet.
oh shit, right? So these are very familiar mechanics. These are very, very familiar mechanics, and Carrion is a treat. It's a puzzle first. It's not an action game. You really do have to think, but not too damn hard. And it is very silly just to see how much chaos you can cause at any given time, right? Now, to be fair, I consider it pretty much a one playthrough kind of game. There's not a whole lot to revisit here,
Yeah.
but boy, you're gonna have a fucking blast for the time that you're in it. Just because, what if we just let the monster run amok? Like, I feel like this is targeted towards people who like things like Destroy All Humans, just for
Yeah.
example.
Yeah.
Right? Or if you're like, I really like the idea of Dead by Daylight, but I fucking hate other people. I hate other people. This is that one for you, because you're just gonna cause a lot of problems on purpose. It's great.
I'll
Nice.
oh, sorry.
ending,
Go ahead, finish. Go ahead and finish.
No, come on, that was it. Nice ending too.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, yeah, if you platinum this game, you found everything. And I remember telling chat on the headmaster's desk, I was like, man, developers just need to make games where you just play and you look and you find everything and you get the platinum. Like, none of this, like, take 1,000 things to do, go out of your way to grind it because it's not natural to the gameplay, and you get a trophy for that. Just, like, find every nook and cranny in the game, like explore or whatever. It depends on the game, of course. And Carrion does that, like, where you just explore everywhere and you collect everything, you get the platinum. Super cool. I wanted to add, since looking at that ooze game, I was like, oh, this is cool, because I wish I kind of knew about it. One of the rare instances where I didn't know that game. I'm a Super Nintendo guy. Do you know about The Haunting starring Poltergeist?
My man. Woo! Yes. I keep Ace, have you heard me talk about that fucking game for years now?
Mm-hmm.
So chat,
Wildly original idea.
let's do an extra
Yes.
credit here, because Haunting for Poltergeist, it's not part of our memory card chronicles, but clearly, when it told me that you get to be the bad guy, this game is like the game that really resonated with me when I was a kid. So I'll leave it to Oliver to talk about it, because I want to hear his perspective.
Yes, sir. I got this one. Look, this is my Phil Collins moment. I've been waiting for this moment my entire fucking life.
Danny said, "Oh no,"
Because I can tell you the plot. So, The Haunting, starring Poltergeist, is about a punk skateboarder, right? And he is haunting, like, he gets in a really shitty accident. Like, his skateboard, I think his trucks are bad because cheap corporate slime ball shit, and he gets killed. And so he is haunting the family of this CEO. And so they keep having poltergeist moments, right? It's like the movie Poltergeist, and you never personally directly interact with the family. With the family, what you do is you see him jump into that bedpost there. You can cause different kinds of effects on different objects within the house. Your main goal is to haunt out the mom, dad, and the two children, and they're all fucking assholes.
They are. They
are
man.
the worst people ever. Now, one of the things that makes this game special is that in order to even be a poltergeist as he is now, he needs to scare the shit out of them, and they secrete ectoplasm, right? And that's what he uses to sustain his corporeal form. So you need to, like, stay on top of it and keep them moving, right? If not, you will get pulled into the underworld. You don't get lives. You just keep getting pulled further and further and further into the underworld until eventually you can't substantiate anymore. Now, this game is also very adult oriented. I believe the rating for it is M13, like, or
Yeah,
M813, something like that. It's really weird if you go look up the cartridge for it, because the mom has some big old honkers and a big old ass, and you can make her skirt flip up, and she has the craziest thong on you've ever seen. But how do you know that? Oh, and of course, people piss themselves frequently in this
they
game.
do.
Like, they will piss their damn pants and lose their minds. So obviously, the flow of the game is you go from more and more complex house. I think it's maybe only 4 or 5 houses, right? But
No,
there's
it's
a lot of different activity.
It's PG historically. This was also like the late 80s, early 90s.
I am shocked.
Yeah.
Well, come on, PG.
Oh no,
for
it's it's MA13. You're right.
Fucking
It depends
nailed
on
it.
it depends on the location. Yeah.
That's true. Probably if you're in PAL territories, it's probably rated different. But yeah, I was like, yeah, it's a rate. All I knew was it's a rating we don't use anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
But that's basically those are the reasons why it got that. Because
So
the
funny.
people are pissing on themselves and you're showing off butt cracks and all kinds of shit like that. Like, no, she got a dumper. It's like, this is weird. Okay. But the game is so interesting because it's almost kind of spy versus spy. For anyone that played that on the NES, it's
Yep.
the whole game is about booby trapping and getting these people the hell out of here. Basically, you're more or less trying to kill them. Look, the fucking riding mowers turn into shit. And yes, there's combos.
I think the difficulty was like the more you get them out of their house, they keep moving to a bigger house.
Yep.
And so you have to scare them like from room to room now instead of just like one big room, right?
Precisely.
Yeah.
Right. And if
That's
you can combo and get multiple people out of the house at once, and it's
Oh
such
wait,
a
no, you
unique
say
concept.
scare combos.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
you
game has
gotta
so much
double it.
personality. Man, I love this game.
Why doesn't this make a comeback?
You know why? Because it's owned by EA.
There it is. He said
Yeah,
it. No, but as a concept, choice original.
Yeah, it needs to like get re-released somewhere or inspired by another artist or dev team, because this is a genre that hasn't really been like kind of touched yet, right? I feel like this kind of game right now, if they remade this, it would be a friend slop game, right? Because there's a lot of those right now. But like this right here as a single player experience, it's fantastic. It's got personality, it's fun, it's pretty straightforward, and it's actually quite challenging. I don't think I've ever beaten this game because it's pretty hard.
No,
Anyway,
I
bonus
actually
credit.
did beat it. I beat it. It is difficult, but it even ends funny. It ends hysterical. Like,
Now I want to see you play Haunting on your stream, and I want to jump on that. So,
he
I'm
ultimately
all-
does everything and gets brought back to life, and he fucking acmes himself to death. What? He
Oh,
dies
really?
again like
That
5 seconds
sucks.
later. He's like, "Oh, ain't that a bitch?" All right, well, I
sucks.
guess I'm just gonna be a ghost. Great.
all right, let's see
Right.
here.
Next game.
All right, next game is a game that I discovered while walking through a mall because it was loud as hell in Aladdin's Castle. Yes, that was the arcade, the name of the arcade that it was in.
Hell
And I,
yeah.
and I remember this.
Ratatouille me.
Yeah,
He said Aladdin's Castle. Holy shit!
Yep.
Mhm.
I remember this
Wow.
loud ass SNK machine.
Deep magics.
Yep. And with some awesome beat 'em up gameplay that I'll put up here right now. This is Ninja Combat, one of the first beat 'em ups I've probably encountered for the Neo Geo. It's weird because it's a projectile beat 'em up, not exactly quite like Hands, but they did make another one called Ninja Commando. They were just pumping out ninjas in the late 80s and early 90s here. So this one came out in 1990 exactly, and here's 5 fun facts of Ninja Combat, not to get confused with Ninja Commando. This was one of the first early Neo Geo beat 'em ups. Ninja Combat first released in arcades in 1990, then hit Neo Geo hardware, making it part of that early wave of Neo Geo action games before the system became heavily associated with fighting games. That's a ominous future prediction here coming up soon. It was developed by ADK with SNK. The game was developed by ADK, also known as Alpha Denshi, alongside SNK. ADK would later become closely tied to Neo Geo library with games like World Heroes and Ninja Commando. Number 3, the heroes are named after Joe and Hayabusa. The main characters are twin ninja warriors named Joe and Hayabusa, battling evil ninja clan known as the Kage Ichizoku, which is hilarious because I think Ryo's dad's name is Joe, right? In Ninja Gaiden.
Mhm.
So I wonder if this is part of their squabble with no, that's Tecmo, not Capcom. Number 4, you unlock allies as you play. Right? As the game progresses, characters like Musashi, Kagero, and Genbu join the fight and become selectable, giving the game more variety than a basic 2-player character brawler. That guy has no arms. That's all I got to say. No arms. And number 5, it later showed up in the ADK collections. Ninja Combat was one of the games included in the ADK Damashi, PlayStation 2 compilation released in 2008 that collected several ADK Neo Geo titles. Ninja Combat feels like an early Neo Geo energy in its purest form, loud ninjas, big sprites, chaotic co-op, and the kind of arcade logic where every problem can be solved by throwing more ninja stars at it. So there you go. You beat this guy. Now you can select him in the next stage from what I remember. So
Why does my man look like fucking Rad Spencer from that Bionic Commando footage from fucking 20 minutes ago? What the hell?
it's the same era. Remember when they were like coding their developers because they didn't want to like poach them? So I'm probably not surprised if they were the same devs, to be honest with you. So, but yeah, it's just one of the more memorable ones in the arcades. Like you walk by the arcade, you hear like you're storing ninja stars, and it's like people dying super loud. So and I was like, I gotta go check out what that is, and it was this game the whole time.
So instead of Double Dragon, they're legally distinct. They're twin salamanders.
Oh my god! Stop. All right. Anyway, next game.
Don't mind me. I am an idiot.
We're changing this to the bootleg episode.
I need a badum tis like soundboard.
We gotta get on.
Get it. Someone get him the rim shot soundboard.
Yeah.
Well, I got the picture.
There you go. All right, tell us about your favorite company in the world.
All right, so July 25th. Now, the thing about Memory Card Chronicles is, it's not just that we're talking about games that made an impact, but, as I'm sure you've been hearing from the guys, this is also about games and industry events that made a personal impact on us. And Koei is the company that was responsible for games like Destrega, for games like, and for games like, of course, Neo, but also Dynasty Warriors. And, honestly, without Dynasty Warriors, let's just be real, I wouldn't be the guy that I am today. And it was on July 25th. We're looking at what? Jesus, this is back in 1978, so 48 years ago. 48 years ago, that was when Koei was founded. And honestly, what's amazing about this is that even to this day, with fan events like Muso May, there's just so much that Koei has actually done for gaming, especially with coining and solidifying the battlefield action genre. I mean, we wouldn't have Sengoku Basara. We wouldn't have Sengoku Basara Force Sumeragi, which both released this year, without Koei. I mean, they brought us Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Kessen, right? So but what game is this? Oh God,
Oliver, do you know?
Let me see. Wait. This isn't.
This is Aerobiz.
I was gonna say
These are all Koei games.
I'm like, we went from knights to fucking planes, and I was just lost. Like, I was gone.
Right.
I'm like, nope, you lost me. I thought I was like,
that's bad on Thursday.
Go ahead, Nate, sorry.
ass turd. So.
But yeah, I mean, even before, even before the Muso stuff, again, there was the Romance of the Three Kingdoms games,
Yep.
which were a lot of people's first exposure to the, ROTK historical fiction novels. So,
Fiction? That was real.
Said it was real to me, damn it.
But Koei's influence on the industry just goes back so far, and I mean, let's face it, I am still comparatively young when it comes to my experience with Koei games, and this is even before their merger with Tecmo.
I know this one. Sorry, I'm gonna start naming off games that I'm familiar with. This is PTO, Pacific Theater Officer, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Just think of Three Kingdoms, but World War II and Japanese side.
All right, works for me.
So Koei was already doing their thing. They had already established a sort of pattern for how they would develop their games, because they would settle on one particular genre that they were really good at, and then they do their spin-offs. So you've got PTO, you've got Romance of the Three Kingdoms, you've got Quotient.
Andre, that's Tecmo, buddy. A couple of those games are Tecmo.
Right, and then later when Koei would actually merge with Tecmo, that's when we would get Atelier games. That's when we would get DOA. That's when we get the more modern Ninja Gaiden. And of course,
what is this?
Acquiring Tecmo, they would also acquire the rights to Monster Rancher.
Man, you and your love for Monster Rancher goes back as far as I've known you. And frankly, no, wait, wasn't there a new Monster Rancher game within just the past few years?
Not a new Monster Rancher game, but Monster Rancher 2 DX.
I think you're thinking of Slime Rancher. That's the newest one, I think.
No, Monster Rancher 1 and 2 were re-released on the Switch and on Steam.
Oh,
thank you.
All right.
Yep. Because I was like, I could have sworn they had to change it because we're not doing disc.
What is this? This looks cool.
But yeah,
you said it was on the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck am I not playing Monster Rancher? Now I'm old enough and smart enough to understand what the hell I'm looking at.
I threw away all my CDs. Oh no!
Yeah,
I sure fucking didn't. No, I still got the stack. I'm about to have the best Pokemon. Okay,
message
Legion.
There you go.
It's cool. All right.
But yeah, Koei definitely had a major impact on me as an individual and as a gamer. And on top of that, on this very same day, July 25, but fast forwarding it a little bit, another, let's just say, another 17 years or so.
I got you, buddy. Let's do it.
Yep, moving forward from Koei's founding to to Babby's first tag team fighter.
So clean looking.
My first exposure to KOF was with 95. I had played it in the arcades. I had also played the demo on the PlayStation. And it was so cool seeing, characters from these games that I had already played previously, because I had played Fatal Fury both on the arcades and on the SNES. I played Art of Fighting in the arcades and on the SNES. And now seeing them all in the same game, it's like, wait, Rio knows Terry and his boys? What's going on? And who's this jerk in the black jacket? But another thing that really stuck with me with KOF 95 was the music.
Very good.
The music in this game was it had a unique signature to it. It was very jazzy. It was very, almost casual compared to, compared to a lot of the more stereotypical action movie, kind of titles that were around, like Street Fighter, right? Like
Chat,
Mortal Kombat.
he's saying it's very stylish. That's what he's saying.
It is very stylish. I mean, hell, you've got King, a bouncer at a club. I mean, how much more stylish can it get? A bouncer at a club who does Muay Thai, who can stand in the ring and go toe to toe with Terry of all people. I mean, how much further does it go, right?
Ooh.
She just historically been mean. She'll beat your ass in Capcom versus SNK too. She will light you up, man.
Yep.
Watch out for her.
Terminator kick. It's your favorite move.
Yep. But this also being my with this being my first introduction to KOF, it introduced me to it opened my mind to so much as far as the format for fighting games. I mean, how you can have your teammates in the background cheering you on, or getting upset when you're taking a hit or when you lose.
I love that they were sitting out like that.
Yep.
Like you're tapped. That's cool.
That stopped after 98, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's why they say 98. It's like the best one. It was like the last. It was like the optimal version of the original style.
Yep. But on top of that, it really opened my mind to, it opened me up more as far as what I could do with character design. So it actually expanded my horizons as an artist as well as a gamer. So, two pivotal points in my life just so happened to coincide with the same checkpoint on the calendar, July 25.
I don't think I have. Did 95 come out on PlayStation, or was it 94?
95 came out on PlayStation. Actually, I think 95 and 96 both came out on PlayStation, but 95 and 96 also came out on the Game Boy.
Yeah. I mean, I have a copy of 99 right here, but that's a way out. So, and it's weird because like they were produced by Age Tech. It wasn't like an SNK direct. Like they were the ones tasked to like shrink it down. So,
right.
What I recall.
And even in shrinking it down, it still plays. It's still even with the load times, it still plays pretty close to the arcade.
Yeah. This game is pretty. Like, if you're comparing this to like Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, because it's like the same era, or Turbo, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, like this game is like hands down, I think, prettier. Like pixel art wise, like even right now, I would argue that this competes with modern day pixel art, like from other creators, indie creators. Like it's so clean looking.
It most certainly competed with Super Turbo.
Yeah. Music too. Like look at this, the foreground fog. What the heck, dude? That's so cool. All right, love it. All right, was that it, Ace? You got anything else?
No, that was it. That was my double header for the 25th, KOA and KOF.
Not only was it a double header, it was the last game of the week. We did it. We covered that area. What do we got next, guys? Oh, straight to the Watchdog. It looks like
at this point, yeah, we're just running into the Watchdog. Well, can I get my bark, please, Captain?
Oh yeah, you got it. I'm all here falling asleep. What the hell?
Yeah,
that's it.
Sleeping on the damn job. My goodness.
I know.
There we go. Now we're onto the Watchdog. So standard Watchdog forte is I just try to keep my eye out for good sales, good buys, and things to keep you ahead of the curve, keep you relevant, keep you having fun, and not destroying your wallet in the process. I actually found some pretty good deals this week for you digitally across the board, including a game that's been discussed this evening. So, love to see it. So let's just go ahead and start going down the list, especially since we were just talking about roguelikes and roguelites. Hades 2 is a roguelite with a T. That's on sale right now on Steam for $20.99. It's only a couple of bucks off. Yeah, it's worth it. It's not even a question. And before you even start fucking with Hades, with Hades 2, obviously you need to be playing Hades 1. I don't have a price on that immediately, but considering Hades has been out for a while,
I think I saw it at like 7 something.
Worth it.
yeah, Hades
Easily.
is $7.49. Boom, just buy them both together. In fact, just looking at this, you can get Hades 2 and Hades 1 together for less than the normal sale price of Hades 2, which is $30. So no, like that's a total doubleheader. Like no, do it. Just do it. Right? They're great games. They play great on every platform. It's choice. So make sure you get that one in. Now there was a new game that I haven't played, but it looks interesting to me, and it's got a launch discount of about 20% off. So I wanted to take the time to point it out. But it's called The Mound, and that's way fucking funnier than it should be because I'm a weird perverted fuck.
Yeah.
That said, that said, it is 4-player Cthulhu shit, and it's called, well, The Mound, and it's so hard to describe. I just encourage you to look up a trailer for it. It's literally called The Mound, Omen of Cthulhu, and I
Wait.
believe it's all in first person.
Is
It
this
only just came out 5 days, or it came out on the 15th.
is this the 4-player game where like everybody has their own insanity meter?
Yes.
Dude, we're playing this. Like I don't know. Well, we're playing this anyway.
You're like,
continue.
we'll figure this one out.
Yeah, we'll figure this one out. I want to play with
I'm
you.
like, it's so neat, and it is also roguelite in its nature, right? We're gonna be taking different paths and different sanity meters, and so one guy could be freaking the fuck out, and we're like, dog, what are you like? What's
Yeah.
wrong? Like
There's nothing
nothing's going
there.
on,
Yeah.
right? Almost so.
Not the
I saw
bees.
this,
Not the
and I thought of I saw this, and I was like, this kind of reminds me of Don't Starve, but not funny and not Tim Burton. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, interesting. I'm like, okay, I might consider dipping into that. Like, just as soon as I get my shit sorted out, I thought it was neat enough to look at. So obviously, if we do it as a group, that'll be 10 times funnier, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's if you don't buy, it's one to keep an eye on. At least keep an eye on me because I'll probably jump in and be messing with that. So that's what I found for Steam this week. Then we're just going into a nice classic set and something a little bit newer. Again, good prices. So on the Xbox Series, we've got the Batman Arkham Collection. That's all 3 games. So that's Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight all together, $8.99. Right? Even if you don't play Arkham City or Arkham Knight, you're still coming out on top with Arkham Asylum. I mean, it's literally one of the best games of the 21st century. Like it's one of the best games. Like Resident Evil 4 is one of the best games to come out because it changed how everyone else was looking at different problems and mechanics. That free flow combat changed everything, and you're just that's 3 games in one, right? That's literally, look, let's do the math. That's $3 a game, right? You telling me you don't have $3? Do you know how much gas costs these days, people?
That's a cheeseburger.
Right there. Boom. That's a cheeseburger. And we can promise you're going to enjoy this longer than you're going to enjoy that damn burger.
Yeah.
The next is a game that came out relatively recently, Hell Is Us. Right? The kind of more modern day Souls-like game in a weird European country, right? That where they're like, hey, we're not going to hold your hand. We're not going to tell you shit, right? So Hell Is Us Deluxe Edition with all the fixins is $15.99. So if you still like Souls-likes and you're not getting burned down on them, I know at least one of our guys sat down and took the time and played it. I'm pretty sure he enjoyed it. And I haven't played the demo for a little bit.
I played the demo too. Yeah.
So anytime where when people are going, oh, games are 50, 60, 70, 80 damn dollars, and you can find it less than that, you got to take the time to point it out. Check it out. On the PS4 and the PS5, even though we are all very mad at Sony right now, regardless, there are a couple of games. So, Death Road to Canada, not on sale. It's its standard price, But this is why we talk about it. Like Ace and I really early on in our old show, we would talk about that magic price point of 14.99. Is that it's the edge of the impulse purchase, but you're also going to get something with substance. And Death Road to Canada is 14.99, right? It's a recommend. Like that's it. Like no, you play Death Road to Canada if you want to laugh. Let's put it this way. One of the funniest things that ever fucking happened to me in Death Road to Canada that we just didn't get into it is you can play with special characters turned on, which is instead of just finding completely randomized people out there, no, you have set special characters. And a motherfucker with a hockey mask and a chainsaw showed up, said nothing, was like, he wanted in. And I let his ass in. And
I am in the car now.
He is in the car. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, it'll probably be fine. This is probably just a big practical joke and blah, blah, blah. No. It's fucking Jason Voorhees. And every time there's a morale hit to the group, someone in your group is going to mysteriously fucking vanish.
He's like that he's like that guy in Demon Souls that you add to your like camp.
He's like Patches, but he's just murdering everyone. And it was a great run too. I was like 2 days from Canada, and I just got hit after morale penalty over and over and over again.
Man.
And people started disappearing. I was like, oh, well, I've got just him left. Nope. If it's just him left in the car, he goes, oh, he's sad he doesn't have friends. He gets out the car, fucks off into the woods, and hits your game. And I was so mad. And I just remember my guys were like, what did you think was going to happen? I was like, I don't know. Also, his name is Mason.
Mason Voorhees. Or Dorkeys. That'd be funny.
They do shit like that.
Oh, well, the run you were playing that I was watching you play, you picked up the Cloud impersonator.
Yeah.
Wait,
His name was not Cloud, but it was Nimbus.
Oh my god!
And I forgot the last name. The last name was so clever that I erased it out of my brain.
Man.
But it was like Nimbus something that like synonyms with strife, right? From what I recall.
Ordeal.
Yeah, Nimbus Ordeal. Oh my god, that was so funny.
Are you kidding me?
You may not have seen me, but I was laughing my ass off on the side of the screen.
I was like, yeah, that's
Buster
the guy.
Sword and everything. Nimbus Ordeal.
Oh my
I was
god!
like,
His
okay,
weapon is the Guster sword. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. I just looked. I was like, so we're being stupid, huh? Like
Christ,
that's the
that's
plan.
right.
Okay. I just didn't know, and you run with it. So Death Road to Canada is easily one of the most entertaining games if you don't take it seriously and you just go, either we get there or we don't, and enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride literally is the ethos of Death Road to Canada.
Either we get there or we don't. Let's find out.
Right? And it's got multiplayer. It's got couch co-op.
Yep.
Like, it just wins, right? It just works. That said, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, a game that I personally did not enjoy when it launched. In fact, I'm just gonna take the time, and this is a real buyer beware moment. So, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, if you buy it on disc, it is bigger than the install disc, but to be fair, they do tell you that you absolutely need an internet connection to play the game. And it's very upfront. It's not like buried tech. No, they let you know that to get the rest of the game, it is on there. Or to get the rest of the game, you need an internet connection to even start the game up. That said, if you buy it digitally, you don't have that issue. We are talking about the digital version. Oh, that game is so fucking big. It's like 120 gig. Like,
Large.
It's girthy. Okay?
That's an immediate no from me, dog.
It's a big ass game. However, if you didn't get around to playing it, it's $10.49. Do I think it's $10.49 worth of fun? Maybe. It might be at this point. I played it at launch. It was buggy as shit, right? It was so far removed from Jedi Fallen Order. I was like, you guys took a perfectly good thing and fucked that right up, right? I was disappointed. Your taste may vary, but just know that you have the option to try it for a little bit less than before.
Yeah.
Now we're going to jump over to Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, a game that I absolutely love. Nobody will play this shit with me. It's like Mario Party. I think the Overcooked games are fun. Overcooked 2 is $6.24 for the Nintendo Switch right now.
Okay.
Right? Nice, clean, just boom, throw 2 cheeseburgers at it. I like our new standard. How many cheeseburgers this game cost me? Okay,
Yeah, I love
this it's like the Waffle House index for hurricanes. You got a McDonald's cheeseburgers index for how fucking expensive games have gotten. Right? How many cheeseburgers can I get? Someone's gonna do the math. You'd be like, yeah, how many cheeseburgers is GTA
it's $6. $6 for 2. Yeah, that makes sense. $2.99. I looked the other day.
Confirmed it. Oh my god. Oh, if I sat down and bought Grand Theft Auto 6 in cheeseburgers and ate those burgers in one sitting, I would die.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be like what, 16 cheeseburgers at least.
You'd have to get half of those cheeseburgers to Wimpy today.
But the other one that's really cute, and I love ending the Watchdog on a we as a company, as a industry, fucking hate your guts.
Yeah.
We even hate your guts as a grown adult. The best collection, A Boy and His Blob collection for the Nintendo Switch.
Well, that's the Wii one, right?
No.
The OG one?
The original Boy and His Blob
Okay.
sequel for the Game Boy are collected together for $4.49. I love A Boy and His Blob purely because of how much it fucking hates you. Right? It is so. Well, people are like, Dark Souls is vague. No, take your ass to go play a boy and his damn blob.
Yeah.
That's vague, right? They're like, maps, what the
It's
fuck is a
vague.
map? You hanging out with a fucking blob, feeding his ass jelly beans all day, literally raising his blood sugar. It's literally a boy and a diabetic collection because you're gonna kill that thing. But no, for the people that just don't know about A Boy and His Blob, it's very, very old, and well, it's just that it's a little alien blob comes down to Earth, and you got to help a homie out on what was the name of the planet? Blobonia.
Blobonia.
I think it's called Blobonia.
I think so
and,
too.
And you just got to help the homie get home.
Oh,
But
yeah,
you're
it's
running
Blobonia.
throughout a city initially, and there's no real working map. You have to pay attention. The kid is especially fucking fragile, right? And
A bubble will
you
kill
have
him.
yeah, like bubbles will kill him. There's spikes. You got to do all kinds of crazy shit. But the super cool thing about the game is, it's all about feeding the blob different kinds of jelly beans. They don't tell you what the jelly beans do. You just need to do it through discovery, and they're also they're finite, right? So you really can't be like dicking around. And basically, you're going to run around the game world getting money so that you can go buy more jelly beans so you can actually make progress to the point where, I can actually go to the planet and help rescue these people. They're being subjugated and shit by their king. But you will make some of the weirdest, crazy stuff, and you need to understand how it interacts. You might feed the blob a jelly bean that turns him into an umbrella. You're like, what the fuck is this for? Right? Or you might
neat.
turn him into an actual car jack, or you might turn him into an actual Acme hole.
Yep.
You know, when Wile E. Coyote would buy a damn box of hole and he'd put it down and there's a hole through that clip. No, the blob actually can do that kind of shit.
It's true.
Right? Or turn into ladders and things like that. The Angry Video Game Nerd probably has the best video on a boy and his blob because he goes the fuck off. And listen, most of the time, I don't actually agree with everything that he has to say, but I respect his opinion on many games. Like, I think he's wrong about Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th. I think they're brilliant games. But boy, A A boy and his blob is literally made just to piss you off in particular. It's out to get you. It's some real Spaceballs pizza is gonna send out for you. This game wants to see how much it can piss you off and make it hit it. Right? If this was still on a cartridge, you would throw it across the fucking room. Don't throw your Switch, people. That shit's expensive. We live in trying times.
It's rough out. It's tough
Punch
out
a
there in the
pillow.
streets.
It's rough. It's rough out there in Blabonia. Okay. Don't do it. But those are my deals that I have for this week that I thought were
Sweet.
interesting.
All right.
Back to you, boss.
Thank you, sir. You. All right, Ace. Remind the gentle folk of the internet what we mean by playing with intention before we move on to the final boss.
Gladly. So, before we move on, let's bring it back here to one of the core lessons of Gamer Quotient Gaming Academy. It's playing with intention. It doesn't mean, turning gaming into homework. In fact, we spoke a little bit about this on my stream earlier when we were talking about, the issue, the problem with battle passes. Playing with intention doesn't mean turning gaming into homework. It doesn't mean that every session needs to be optimized, productive, or perfectly planned. It simply means knowing why you're picking up the controller. Are you here for the challenge? Are you here for the story, for comfort, for competition, for community, hanging out with your best mates, beating prison guards with soap in a sock while the others actually dig their way out of Shawshank?
Yeah.
Are you here for escape? Ahem. So are you the ones finding your way out of Shawshank while I beat up guards with soap in a sock?
He's damn good too. In his defense, everyone, I know I'm interrupting the importance of this, but he really did beat the shit out of everyone in that prison. He really did. I was there. I was digging holes with spoons. I was digging tunnels, and Ace was literally fighting everyone in prison. Like, he straight up Rorschach handcocked his way, said, if you don't move, I'm shoving your head up his ass. Like, I was like, dog, we trying to break out of prison, right?
You were trying to break out.
I was making keys out of wax. I was hiding shit in the toilet, right? You were just fighting everyone. It was beautiful. It was poetry in motion. It was chaos. It worked.
And thus the legend of Blazing Ace Nelson was born.
He blazed the fuck out of roll call is what you did. He couldn't even make it to roll call.
That's right. Oh my
He
goodness.
didn't even make it to roll call because they were like, roll call. He's like, time to punch somebody in the mouth. Bop! Like, Jesus. No. Oh my God.
Roll call. Time to punch in.
You know what? Let's get it back on track. I'm sorry for the interruption. Here's what playing with intention means. He intended to whoop their asses, and then he did so.
Because when you know your reason, the session has purpose.
There you go.
See?
Now, playing with intention, it means choosing games that match your time, your mood, and your energy. I was in the mood for fighting. So we played The Escapists. But it also means not letting hype, FOMO, backlog, guilt, or the internet decide what you play next. It means setting small win conditions. Maybe tonight's win is finishing one chapter. Maybe it's learning one combo. Maybe it's clearing one quest. Maybe it's laughing with friends for an hour. Or maybe it's just relaxing after a long day. But when the session ends, ask yourself, did this feel worth my time? Did I enjoy it? Did I learn something from it? Did I leave better than when I started? That's playing with intention. Not just playing more, but playing with purpose.
There you go.
And speaking of playing with purpose, let's go ahead and kick it back over to the headmaster's desk. So that way we can finish the long way home.
All right, gang. We did it. We're almost home. We're here. We're at the final boss. You know it every Tuesday. Last moment of the show. We talk about it. And man, boy, was I inspired last week on that Sunday, that fateful Sunday morning. watching the Odyssey. Odyssey is probably one of my favorite adventures, stories told. Love mythology, love the lessons it teaches us. So I wanted to kind of honor this final boss using, in the theme of the Odyssey. So here we go. There's your final boss laugh. All right. And so to make this authentic as possible, I had it written in dactylic hexameter, if you guys know what that means. So it was the way Homer would have wrote it. So here we go, guys. Think of this as almost like a praise, like a performance, right? Perhaps maybe a narrator talking to you guys at an auditorium, telling you guys about video games and life. So sing now, O class of the player, long driven through backlog and battle, seeking the credits, yet learning the road was the forge of the spirit. Many the games that he started, and many the saves left unfinished. Many the bosses that humbled his hands and demanded reflection. Still he did sail through the menus of memory, hype, and distraction, searching for home in the glow of a screen and the weight of a controller. Once he believed that the ending alone was the prize of the journey. Once he believed that completion alone was the mark of the player. Roll me the credits, he cried. Let the trophy be mine when it's over. Yet as he traveled, the road gave him lessons no ending could offer. Failure had sharpened his patience, and loss has instructed his timing. Wandering taught him to listen, and to struggle hard had strengthened his purpose. Storms rose around him in seasons of patches and digital thunder. Sirens of hype called aloud from the shores of the newest release day. Come to us now, saying the trailers, the hot takes, the trending opinions. Leave what you started. The world has moved on. The crowd is already playing. Battle Pass banners were shining like gold on the edge of the water. Daily rewards rang like bells from island of endless returning. Yet none every voice from the waves is a voice that deserves your attention. Not every island is home. Not every quest marker has wisdom. Not every grind is a trial. Not every reward is a treasure. Sometimes the player is lost while believing he's making progress. Sometimes the ship is in motion. No destination is chosen. Hear me, O class, for the lesson is older than the consoles and cartridges. Every true player must know what he seeks when he first takes the journey. Every gamer has Ithaca waiting beyond all the storms and distractions. Maybe it waits in the story you promised yourself you would finish. Maybe it waits in the comfort the game played life after grown heavy. Maybe it waits in the training room, one clean combo from mastery. Maybe it waits with your friends in the lobby, still laughing together. Maybe it waits in the old RPG that has called you for years from the shelf side. Home is not always a place. It may be the reason you started. Home is the feeling that gaming still matters beyond all the noise. Home is the moment you remember the player you wanted to become. But the homecoming alone is not what has crafted the hero. No, it is hunger and hardship to reset the loss and the lesson. No, it is learning the pattern and standing again after failure. No, it is choosing the path where the internet begs you to wander. No, it is knowing the difference between true adventure and the FOMO. So let not the backlog become like a chain on the neck of the player. Let not the library stand as a tower of guilt and unfinished assignments. Gamers and games are not homework, and joy is not measured by count of completion. Play not to prove that you kept with the crowd and consumed every season. Play to discover the meaning that waits in the time you are spending. Ask before sailing, why this game, why tonight, what am I seeking? Ask before spending, what coin does this ask, and what value returns me? Ask when the sirens of hype start to sing from the rocks of distraction, is this my journey or merely the noise of the crowd at the shoreline? Ask when the grind has grown hollow and victory tastes like obligation. Andre, I know you mentioned that before. Does this still serve me, or have I become but a ghost at the controller? Wisdom is not always pressing continue through every encounter. Wisdom is sometimes returning to port and repairing the vessel. Wisdom is sometimes changing the build when the battle demands it. Wisdom is sometimes laying the controller down for the evening. Walking away is not failure when walking away has intention. Starting again is not failure when starting again brings direction. Therefore, class, take the long road whenever the long road has meaning. Sail when the journey is worthy, resist when the sirens are calling, choose with intention the games that deserve your attention and spirit. Guard well your time, for your time is the coin that no player recovers. Spend it on worlds that will teach you, restore you, challenge, or change you. Every gamer has Ithaca, somewhere beyond all the storms and distraction. Every gamer has some distant shore where the first spark is waiting. Yet, it is not just the shore, but the voyage that fashions the player. So raise up the mast, grip the controller, remember your purpose, because the long way home is where the player is made. And that is your final boss for this evening, ladies and gentlemen. So, like I said, very inspired by Homer. Hopefully that poem and that writing was resonated with you guys, because I feel like that is very gamer Quotient Gaming Academy.
And
Here's what I can say about your final boss, not just for this week, but for your final bosses in general. Just in case, for people that don't understand, one of the things that he's been doing this entire time is that he is trying to teach you to stop just doing random things because they're random. He's trying to teach all of us how to not just go along with the crowd, right? And he's trying to teach us what the real meaning of intentionality is. It's not enough to go, I like pizza. Why do you like that pizza? Why do you enjoy that topping? Understanding yourself. And when we do those things, we spend our time far more wisely. We look at what we're playing, how we're playing it. We start to find our own pitfalls because we are looking at things truthfully and authentically and with intention. Sometimes it's important to be brave enough to walk away. Like, just because you stop doing a thing doesn't make you a quitter. Sometimes the walking away was the point. You are wasting your time on something that is never going to work for you, no matter how much you throw yourself at it. Like, I don't know, just as a silly example, I'm never going to get into embroidering. It's not going to happen. I don't care about embroidering. But if I were to spend a ton of time and a ton of money and sitting there watching on YouTube and going, I don't want to do this, I don't care about this, yeah, I can learn the skill, but that's wasting the time, right? Like, that's all I'm doing is intentionally pissing myself off, and being
Yeah.
able to know to walk away from those things is just as important as pursuing the things that you actually want to go after. And one of the things that I've seen throughout the entirety of playing games for 40 years is that people will spend an inordinate amount of money on something not because they personally deeply enjoy it, but because everyone else says they must do it. This tends to piss people off about me, where I'm like, I don't give a damn if you say, oh, it's good because it's popular or not. I don't care. I'm going to look at it individually and intentionally, just as he said, and go, is this the right fit for me? I can sit here right now and tell you, Darksiders 1 is the best Legend of Zelda game I ever played in my life, but Darksiders 2 and 3 ain't it for me, right? And to be able to go, this doesn't feel right, I'm not enjoying this. Nope, I'm just going to enjoy the experience that I had. And we need to do that with everything, even more so than ever, to be intentional in your actions when the cost of our hobby is about to go up in a mean way, right? We've got Grand Theft Auto right around the corner, just a few scant months ahead of us. And they're going to be charging us a minimum of $80 on that. You need to find out what that $80 is worth to you. Now, if you're like, hey, it's been a hot minute, you're like, man, I haven't played Grand Theft Auto 6 since I was in, or Grand Theft Auto 5 since I was in high school, which that fucking hurts thinking about. But
Yeah.
like your ass, like let's put it this way. When did GTA 5 drop? Was that 2013?
Oh my gosh, I think so. Let's see.
Like just to look at it, just to put it into perspective.
September 17, 2013.
Yeah, so your ass was 17 years old in high school playing GTA 5. The next GTA comes out when your ass is 30. Like
Life is different.
I'm sorry for all the psychic damage that I gave everyone in that moment, but that's where we're at. You got to figure out what the fuck your $80 is worth. And that means looking at it honestly. And if you go, nope, this is not tolerable, I'm more proud of you than anything else to be able to do that. You go, it's not right for you. You know, I'm something of a scientist myself. I'm something of a cheapskate myself. Like, no, it really is it. Don't go along with what everyone else is doing just because they're going along with it. But give them a chance to disappoint you too. Give them a chance. I don't care about Stellar Blade. I tried the demo. I'm like, oh, hey, this is pretty competent, but I could feel that I was in the middle of the beginnings of my soul's burnout. I was like, I don't think there's anything wrong with this game. I'm a little tired of this genre right now, right?
Yeah.
And just let people have it. Like, let them go and enjoy it by themselves. And I just stayed out of the discourse on it completely. And Near Automata, I tried that demo. I started falling asleep playing it. Like, and that's my one rule. My one big rule. If a game starts making me do this, if I'm nodding off in the middle of playing it, stop playing it immediately and walk away. Like, and there's only been about 6 or 7 games in history that have done that to me. I was like, oh, I really don't care about this at all. It's not interesting. It's not stimulating my brain at all. It's not activating my almonds. I was like, something's wrong. Leave it be. I say this, and people get ass-tastic mad. Here's the thing. If you like something, you don't need anyone else's validation to enjoy it, right? If there's 1,000 people liking Near Automata, hey, you're one of 1,000. If no one likes it, you that one fucking guy. That's the way it should be. That is the way it should be. You enjoy what you enjoy, regardless. And if you need the group's validation to enjoy the game, did you really enjoy it?
You're not playing for you. You're playing for their approval.
Bingo. Right? And that's the stuff that we're kind of talking about here. Like, we can't tell you what games that you should absolutely play. I mean, it's different. It's
Yeah, we'll tell
different
you
in
what
the
we
sense
like.
of
Yeah.
we'll tell you what we like, and we go, hey, if you liked this game like I liked this game, then this one that I liked over here, which
Might be
shares
up your alley.
attributes, might
Yeah.
be up your alley. We can recommend things to you, but I'm not going to beat you over your head, right, about playing it or not playing it, but we're just going to talk about that stuff. And this is what it means to game with intention. This is what it means to do all these things. To get to where you're supposed to be. I'm of the opinion, don't buy every game. But if you find 5 games that you just fucking love, man, you're rich, right? I look at games like books. I look at video games just like books.
Yeah.
Sometimes there are books that you just got to keep revisiting over and over and over because they had a real lasting impact on you. Just to wrap up my thought on that. When I was a little boy, we read the book, the survival book, Hatchet, when I was in school. And it's about a boy who was in a plane trip on his parents have divorced, and he's on a plane trip in in a Cessna, right? Just a little small little plane to go to his dad in Canada, right? And his mom had gifted him a hatchet because he knew he was going to be up in the woods, yada yada yada. And the pilot has a heart attack, right? and he dies right there while the plane's going. And the boy keeps flying the plane for a while until it runs out of gas. It crashes in the wilderness, and this kid's basically stuck out in the woods for like 45 days alone. And it had such a big impact on me that we just got done reading it to my kid, right? And now it's like the highlight of his week. He loves that shit, right? And we've moved on to the sequel. So something from decades ago, we've brought back into the present. You know, I explained to my wife the importance of game preservation, being intentional about this, not just eating up whatever random slop that shows up in front of you. Is that when I take an old game and hand him Super Mario Brothers, right? If I hand him the Book of Hatchet, or I pull out a nice old song, right, and we put that on the record player, or we put it on the CD player, or whatever, I'm handing my kid something more powerful than a product. I'm handing him something more powerful than just a game or a book or a movie. I'm handing him time, a specific fraction, a moment in time, right? That code from that version of Super Mario Brothers is the same code from that time. It's not like, oh, the code changed and mutated. This isn't fucking carrying. It's not getting worse over time. It's the same code that I played 40 years ago, right? To be able to bridge that gap of time and go, this is what it was like for me. He's going to go, this is crazy. I'm like, yeah, we got to where we are by starting here and being able to develop that appreciation. So just keep that stuff in mind with not just your video games, but with everything you do. Is this actually valuable, or am I just going along with what everybody else is saying? And that's my piece on it.
Yeah. Think about it this way, chat. People dig up old artifacts from the past, and now they're in museums worth millions of dollars. Back in the day, those were probably just like household items, right? So in a million years from now, when they dig up the stuff that you have, it means a lot to somebody, someone, something. So, but make it mean what it means for you as well. With that said, awesome job, guys. Ace.
We need to add, it belongs in a museum to the damn soundboard every time a fucking banger comes up.
They did, man. I was playing MK1 story mode, and they said that in the story, which was kind of funny.
Yes. But that being said, class.
Oh my God, there's so many of you.
That being said, class, that's gonna do it. Controllers down. Tonight, we took the long way home, and honestly, it's fitting because gaming is not always about rushing to the credits or clearing the checklist or proving you finished everything in your backlog. Sometimes gaming is about the road. It's the boss that humbled you. It's the run that failed. It's the build that didn't work. It's the party that carried you. You know, it's the comfort game that brought you back. The old save file that reminded you who you were when you first started playing, even though you may not remember where exactly in the game you are. This is where the lesson lives. It's because the destination matters, but the journey is where the player is made. And every gamer knows there are sirens out there trying to pull us off course. There's new releases, there's hot takes, there's battle passes, there's daily rewards, there's FOMO, backlog guilt, the internet telling you what you have to play, what you have to finish, and what you have to care about. Yep. But not every voice deserves your sale. Not every island is your destination. Not every quest marker leads you home. And that's the lesson tonight. Know why you play. Know what you're looking for. Know what kind of experience you need right now. Don't let the hype, guilt, or noise choose the journey for you. Your backlog isn't homework. Your time isn't unlimited. Your attention is valuable, and the games you choose to play should mean something to you. That's what playing with intention is all about. Sometimes you insert coin. Sometimes you wait for continue. Sometimes you call game over and move on with wisdom. And sometimes you take the long road home because the long road has something to teach you. So as we close tonight's class, remember this. Every gamer has an Ithaca. Every gamer has a reason they started, a place they're trying to return to, a spark they're trying to protect. But the long way home, that's where the player is made. And with that, this has been Gamer Quotient Gaming Academy. I'm Blazing Ace Nelson, reminding you to protect your save file. Spend your coin wisely, choose your path, and as always, play with intention. Class dismissed.
Mission complete.